a back up in Louis, then go cop a crib on the north side. 1500, that's a gain.
Yo nation, how are you guys doing? I hope you guys are doing fantastic. It's your boy Maxim as usual, back with another video, and we're back on testing the ray tracing capabilities of the new setup, and also like I'm going to be answering some of the questions that I got in the previous video. Now I want to point out to the fact that I'm not like any professional when it comes to maybe like reading graphs and like reading performance or explaining performance and stuff like that. I do know the basic stuff, but I'm not any professional. So if you guys like want to know any further details about like stuff and so on, I won't be able to to explain it properly maybe, but yeah, as you guys know or can see, the ray tracing capabilities with weathering waves is kind of insane. The setup that I'm using, as I mentioned in the previous video, is the 5080 paired with the Ryzen 9 7950X3D. Yeah, I did fix a problem where I had previously, in which the core being not using the X3D cache. So now it's like I got to disable half the cores and enable some of them, depending on the task that you're going to be using. If it's gaming, it's going to be using the memory cache in order to get the best performance, and the other one if I'm rendering something and so on. So it's much better. Okay, the first question or whatever is the fact that you can get the game to run on 120 FPS right now, and unfortunately, the game doesn't support 120 frames on mobile phones, I believe, or to my knowledge, it doesn't support 120 FPS yet, but it's enabled if you have an RTX GPU. I believe there is a method that you can use in order to activate the 120 FPS while like modifying some files or something. But if you have an RTX sort of like GPU or graphic card, you should be able to use 120 FPS, because that's just something that they got or they added a couple of months ago, I believe. But yeah, 120 FPS is right now compatible, and apparently like the game, from the previous comments that I've seen, the game doesn't support DLLA, I believe, and it supports like Dlss better, so the quality should look better according to the comments, based on like your comments is going to be better, or the quality is going to be better based on DLSS, because I saw, or I've said in the previous video that we don't want any DLSS on, because that's basically AI taking the footage from a lower resolution and scaling it up to the higher resolution. But I'm willing to give it a shot and see if that works. Okay, ultimate performance, balance, quality, and ultimate quality. Let's see if that's better. Let's add the sharpening a little bit. Of course, we have ray tracing fully on. Let's see if the quality is indeed better or not. I don't know. To my eyes, it looks maybe slightly worse, but I could be mistaken. If you guys see here, we have the sort of the usage right now. The computer doesn't seem like it's making much sort of oh, now it's a bit better. I don't know, it's sort of looking a little bit blurry, but it could be just in my eyes. The computer doesn't seem like it's making much what is it called, effort. But it seems like, I don't know, this is the wrong sort of memory, and the memory is not showing properly there. I don't know what's going on there. It's probably because it's using, but we can use actually NVIDIA's own stuff as well in order to check out some of the advanced. Yeah, there we go. We can at least see the megahertz and everything that the game is running on. I'm going to turn off DLSS again and see if I can spot any difference. Of course, like, this is stuff that people been asking me. I don't know. You guys can be the judge of that if you think the game looks better on DLSS. And of course, we have people asking to see the game in different spots where there is much more things happening. But yeah, the water and the details looks crazy. Look at the tiles; they look insane. But let's get inside here and see if we can get a scenery where a lot of things happening. Basically, of course, we have the pool here. The pool looks pretty cool, but of course, like, I'm currently like recording as well, so the computer might take a little bit of hit there, sadly. But let's turn on DLSS again. Oh, maybe DLSS actually do look a bit better, to be honest. Let's enter here and see. Okay, yeah, you can see a little bit of the details there, but it's hard to, like, let's get into the water. You can see some of the reflections there. Let's activate it again and see if it does look better indeed. NVIDIA DLSS is on over there. But yeah, sorry, let's turn it off, I meant, and see if it does make a difference. Perhaps the native looks a little bit better. Let's enter here and see if we can see anything. I don't know what's wrong with the afterburner here. It's not detecting the GPU memory. But yeah, as you can see, the memory is up here instead. Oh, look at that. The colors looks really cool. It looks like super cinematic. Yeah, so much details here. Another question that I've seen is that if I'm able to force the newer version of DLSS on the 5080 on weathering waves, and the answer is going to be yes. You're able to. This is on by default. Let's use default here. Let's use DLSS 4 and see if that makes any difference. How can I set it up? DLSS, use different settings. Yeah, this is frame generation, ray tracing reconstruction. Am I able to use that? Doesn't seem like that. But let's try the DLSS technology and see if that makes any difference in game. To my eyes, it doesn't make a huge difference, but I could be mistaken. I don't know if you need to restart the game in order to see it, but I could be mistaken as well. But the game is running smooth. We do get like a solid 120 FPS. Basically, like, yeah, the brightness is on low, by the way, for the people that notice that the game is a little bit like bright. But yeah, frame generation is off by default. Super resolution, ultimate quality. Let's turn it off again and see. I feel like the native resolution is the best resolution that you can get, especially when there is a lot of lights and reflections happening. As you guys can see, we are dropping some frames over there to 110. Nothing drastic, especially that there is a lot of lights coming up from the window and so on. So yeah, but it looks amazing to my eyes, to be honest. It's like all you have to like to do is apply the DLSS settings or the ray tracing settings, and you're going to be seeing a huge difference when it comes like to smoothness, when it comes to quality and stuff like that. Even if you have a 20 series or 30 series GPU, it looks amazing. Let's focus on one detail and see if it makes a difference here. Okay, we have the ray tracing DLSS off. Yeah, I'll let you guys be the judge in the difference. I am recording in lossless quality right now, so hopefully uploading it to YouTube is not going to be messing with the quality too much, to be honest. But yeah, we do drop a little bit there, 110, 103 on the 5080. We do get quite a bit of drop there as well. The GPU usage is at 95, the CPU is at 11%, so Wuthering Waves is more GPU heavy than CPU heavy, as you guys can see. So yeah, we are like sort of like reaching the maximum amount or the limits of the GPU right now. But the game does look beautiful to my eyes. Let's check out here. Yeah, I did saw like, or did see one of the comments telling me to activate VSync because it's just like makes the game much more smoother. To my eyes, it looks or feels the same. Do we have DLSS on or off right now? I'm just like, yeah, we have it on, off, sorry. Yeah, I'm just like trying to demonstrate or answer the questions that I got in the previous video right now. But yeah, the ray tracing does make the game quite different. Oh yeah, someone like asked me to actually turn off ray tracing in order to see the difference of how the game looks with ray tracing on and off. I don't know if I have to restart the game, but as you can see, it looks like more flat. Like it doesn't look as dramatic as before. The water does or still looks pretty good, but it doesn't look as good while having the ray tracing on. Yeah, it's just something about it that makes the water much more dramatic, so to speak.
Still recognize me.
I'm just like clicking some skills. We are using
whether it's for sure.
everything on maximum as well. But yeah, there you have it. I hope like I answered some of the questions that you guys are wondering about the ray tracing and everything concerning the game. Yeah, and huge thank you for the support that you guys been showing on the recent video, I really appreciate it. But if you guys are using ray tracing, let me know if there is something that I should try or a certain setting that I need to activate or deactivate in order to get the best quality possible. Now, someone asked me if this is considered path tracing. I'm not really sure if this is path tracing. I know path tracing is much more drastic when it comes to like the quality, so I'm not really sure if this is considered as ray tracing, path tracing. Sorry. Let me know in the comments down below if that's considered path tracing or not, having the ray tracing on the highest settings. But to my knowledge, it's not, but I could be mistaken there. And if it's not, let me know if there is a way to activate path tracing on the game. Like force it, even though that is not like 100% supported by Curl Games or whatever, because I'm just like curious if that's actually possible. Let's switch to daylight real quick and see how the game looks one last time. Yeah, the water looks incredible. Yeah. Someone asked me like, why am I showing the water the most? The water and reflections, and when there is like a direct source of light is when you see the most. Maybe like some mirrors or something. That's when you do see like a huge difference when it comes to ray tracing. As you guys can see, there is like a big reflection of the building from the top, like on the water itself. So that's like how ray tracing works, sort of. Yeah, look at the reflection on the mirror itself, and having this much sort of like details and stuff does weigh so much on the GPU. I don't know why Afterburner is not like detecting the right temperature and stuff like that. So if you guys like want to see the right frequency and also GPU usage, is going to be on top there. Yep. There you have it. I hope you guys, or I answered some of the questions that you guys been answering. And as I like mentioned before, I'm not like much of an expert when it comes to like reading graph or getting into details, but I just know the basics. So yeah, if you want to like to turn on the 120 hertz for much more smoother experience, I would say like just like have an RTX system, and you should be good to go. Something else that I got asked as well is to turn on maybe game filters. I have no idea how to use these, to be honest, but yeah, some people just asked me to turn them on. There you have some brightness contrast stuff, but it's too bright, I feel like, but you still can mess around with the intensity and stuff like that. So you can add the saturation, maybe lower the intensity a little bit. Yeah, let's so, and then you can add some of the details or make the details a little bit. Let's remove some of the brightness stuff, maybe perhaps, and then you can sharpen how the character looks and stuff. I'm not a big fan of how stuff are over sharpened, to be honest, but I know that it is someone's like cup of tea, so to speak. RTX HDR, this will be, oh, okay. Okay, let's remove this. Remove this. Oh, it appears like you need to have that on somehow.
Or to die.
But
Merely two
you can
sides
sharpen
of the
it.
same
You can have a split screen. You can have a black and white. I don't know why would you do that, but there is a depth of field as well. So you can definitely like turn on DLSS, and if you think that the game is not sharp enough for some reason, you can the sharpening is pretty high here. I don't know what's the right setting for the sharpness, but yeah, the game fidelity is pretty good on the DLSS. But yeah, if you don't think it's sharpened enough or something, you can literally add a sharpener here, and you can mess around with the intensity, make it a bit sharper or
merely two sides of the
a
same
little
coin.
bit blurrier or whatever. Intensity, let's have this. Yeah, so it definitely like makes a little bit different on the game. I don't know, to my eyes it looks all right, but I'll let you guys be the judge of that. All right, I hope I answered all the questions that you guys been wondering about the system, and also some of the settings that I've been messing with, sort of. I'm still like trying to get the PC to work in the best quality possible, and also like perform the best as it should, sort of, because this is like the first PC that I got that has a Ryzen processor, so I'm not really familiar with how the cores work and stuff like that, especially on a double CCD core. All right, with that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I'll be catching you guys in the next one. Bye bye.